Good afternoon. You're watching the Financial News Network. I'm Courtney Woodworth. U.S. stocks rose after the first weekly loss for the S&P in 2012 as Greece approved austerity plans to secure rescue funds. Financial shares had the biggest advance, with Bank of America and Citigroup adding at least 1.5%.
That's right, Kurt. Janet Yellen has really put the markets on notice, and it caused a small wobble in the equity markets. The situation in the Ukraine has also been compounding this roller coaster effect we've been seeing in the markets over the past few weeks. The market is really reacting in real time to these headlines.
That's correct, Courtney.
And the geopolitical volatility in the region has put nat gas, oil, grain, and equity prices in the crosshairs.
Warren Buffett often talks about the moat around a company, and the wider the moat is, the more insulated a company is from its competitors. What would you describe as Wolf Mining's competitive advantage?
Now, recent data shows that 90% of home sales in Miami-Dade last month were to foreign nationals, mostly as investment properties.
If you thought you'd seen it all when it comes to prom fashion, think again. Kentucky Fried Chicken is spicing things up, offering a KFC chicken corsage. This is no joke. A company in Kentucky is offering these for $20. And if there's that awkward pause in the conversation with your date, just start gnawing on your spicy chicken corsage. Obviously.
Recent data shows corporate profits account for the highest levels of GDP since the Great Depression in 1929.
Bitcoin has experienced some very interesting developments this week, with the IRS saying Bitcoin is a property, not a currency. The technology behind Bitcoin is pretty incredible, but the question remains whether it's a vehicle that ultimately survives.
How would you reassure investors that the CapEx expansions will be manageable going forward?
Bryant Park might be known for the fashion shows in the spring and fall and the outdoor films in the summer. But in the winter, it's all about the skating. While the economy continues to struggle in many parts of the country, Florida's tourism industry is starting to boom. The U.S. plans to maintain a robust diplomatic presence in the fledgling democracy amid a political future rife with uncertainty.
Names which, as you probably guessed, are giving you the option to publish your every meal, trip, run, concert, you name it, on your Facebook page. The bright spot in today's market from the automakers. Chrysler said March was the best month for sales in 4 years. Gold stocks are down about 5%, but the gold itself is up 25%. That's a huge discrepancy. The valuations are lagging between gold prices and gold equities. Why so much divergence? Joining us this morning is Remarco Minerals CEO Diane Garrett. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate being here.
Your 2011 exploration program was a success. What's next?
Jolie says the message of the film is one of tolerance and understanding.
Joining us this morning is Northern Free Gold CEO John Burgess. Thanks for joining us.
Courtney, it's a pleasure.
Falcone says bankruptcy is not an option, but the Post reports that Icahn and other creditors believe Light Squared should go bankrupt as part of a plan that would give them equity stakes and greater control over its future. Stay tuned for further updates throughout the day. This is the Financial News Network. I'm Courtney Woodworth.
After Black Friday scenes like this one, Cyber Monday may seem oh so civilized.
Jeans, 50% off, 20% off.
226 million people packed stores this weekend, up 14 million from last year.
I come for the deals, absolutely.
The siren song of savings lured shoppers into stores early, and they spent nearly $400 each, up from $365 last year. That's a record.
It's all crazy all over the place, a little bit too much, but I figured this year, why not?
So in the throes of vast unemployment and millions of mortgages underwater, Americans are still spending with apparently little abandon.
Really is an indicator of what's going to happen over the next 5 weeks. So as Black Friday goes, typically the holiday goes, and as the holiday goes, typically that's the icing on the cake for our full year.
The demand is there. The consumers have basically asked for this. They're saying, we love these deals. We always come out in droves to take advantage of these deals.
Some shoppers didn't want to take any chances, knowing the deals will disappear.
If I wait till later, I won't get any good buys.
Here on Fifth Avenue, it looks like a lot of holiday wishes are being filled. Behind me is just one of many retailers providing big discounts this holiday weekend. 8 out of 10 retailers offered some type of deal, some offering as much as 75% off the normal price. In Manhattan, I'm Courtney Woodworth.
The labor market showed big improvements last month, adding 243,000 new jobs. President Obama heralded the new unemployment rate of 8.3%, the lowest it's been in 3 years.
The recovery is speeding up, and we've got to do everything in our power to keep it going.
The president also urged Congress to renew the payroll tax cut that's set to expire at the end of the month.
Do not slow down the recovery that we're on. Don't muck it up. Keep it moving in the right direction.
Republicans say almost 13 million Americans are still without jobs, including New York City resident Barry Hare. In September, he was laid off from a pharmaceutical company for the third time in 10 years.
When I went into the conference room, I said, oh no, this can't be happening.
He's still searching for his next opportunity.
You want to be out there being productive and producing. And so, you know, I have to kind of fight to keep my own, my head straight.
This is the 5th month in a row unemployment has dropped, and these are the most notable gains since the beginning of last year. In Manhattan, I'm Courtney Woodworth.